My name is Matthew Gomes. I go to Drexel University and I'm a chemical engineer.
How's it feel to be wrapping up your college career?
Yeah, it feels good. There's definitely a lot of good memories here, some things I'll miss, but it's nice to be done too. When I first came to Drexel, it was after a year of online college, freshman year, with COVID and everything else. So definitely struggled a bit mental health wise. And I didn't know what I needed, but God knew. So I came to Drexel. I caught the tail end of their welcome week and randomly went to an international ice cream social. Ran out of ice cream, but I met James there, and that's what mattered. I got connected with ENC, trusted him, and it paid off. I got connected in his small group. I invested a lot of time in the ENC because I saw the value of that time, those connections. I saw that it was God serving people, and that much I knew that I wanted a Christian community. So definitely helped me mental health wise. I got to the point of realizing chasing happiness isn't very helpful because you're just going to be sad again. But it was at conference I realized that God's joy lasts and extends beyond your circumstances. So that was a big step for me, and since then I have still seen the value of ENC. I've invested a lot as a leader, trying to bring others along for the ride in pursuing Jesus, and I've found it very fulfilling. I remember my first small group. The first couple of weeks really, I was very rigid, like talk according to the script, and I thought it was going great. People were talking, showing up, but not really connecting in the way people wanted, at least. But once we were intentionally vulnerable, that was really the shift. People felt like they had the ice broken, the walls down, that they could have that vulnerable space, and that's something I really appreciated when I first joined ENC. So I was glad we eventually led up to that as I was able to lead others. And yeah, just being a little more loose with it, having some structure, but being open to that conversation, whatever comes up, whatever questions people have or things they want to talk about. Yeah, the conferences in general, I especially liked Florida, of course, is beautiful, and I liked being able to bring my partner, Catherine, then girlfriend, now fiance, and I have this vivid memory. I don't remember if it was prompted or not, but we were praying, and I put my hand on her abdomen and just started praying for her womb, our future. And yeah, I still remember that moment. It means a lot to me. I think the biggest thing is that there's freedom from sin. I struggled with pornography for a long time, masturbation, and it was, I think especially through small group, coming to that realization of this does not have to be a forever cage, and maybe a continuing struggle, but there's the possibility of freedom there, and some of it is an act of will, but really through the act of God enabling you and welcoming you to rely on Him. Yeah, there's a lot of struggles in this world that we try to convince ourselves we're alone or we have to go through it alone, and that's just not true. There's God, especially there's the Christian community, and there is freedom from sin, and that's something the world is especially missing. Yeah, the things in this world only go so far. There's nothing more satisfying or fulfilling than loving Jesus, loving God, and eventually getting to the point where you can bring others along and help their relationship with God, whether it's an introduction or further development. Lots of great memories, lots of great growth here at Drexel, but my time with God is what was the most meaningful. Yeah, I think a couple issues that I'm most passionate about are pornography, especially with my history, and then abortion as well. So for pornography, I hope for people to realize that it's not a necessary part of life. It's not something that you have to continue doing, even if it's to the point of addiction. And that's not even limited to pornography, whether it's sex or just sexual immorality in general. Just because you have those inclinations or struggles, there is freedom in Jesus, especially. So definitely hoping for people at Drexel to realize that. Christians especially, there's way too many Christians that struggle with pornography. That's one of my hopes. And for abortion, in my time here at Drexel, I've gotten involved in Alpha Care, a local pregnancy center, and that's also been satisfying for me to act on my morals, to support women in need, and help people realize that there are options other than abortion. I guess one hope there is people realize that abortion is not necessary, abortion is wrong, and there are support systems out there for women in need. So yeah, getting married, I'm even more ambitious than Ryan, getting married a week after graduation. Yeah, we'll start a life together, and yeah, I'll be going into the workforce, still figuring out the logistics there, but I'll figure that out with Catherine, and if I'm still in the area, I'd definitely love to volunteer with ENC if I can. Thank you especially to James and Chad, my first small group leaders. And the years since then, James has continued as a mentor, especially as he's stayed in ENC as a campus minister. That's been really cool to see. Thank you to Billy, who has been a great leader, helped me in leading my first small group a bit as well. And I still remember when he was going through everything with his son Liam, he just did not have the time and energy to devote to ENC as much. But that was really a testament to his leadership, that the leaders he enabled were still able to continue his work, even without as much effort on his part. So praise God that Liam is healthy and that he's had another beautiful child, and not nearly as much stress as that time. ENC family in general, I pray that God continues to use them for the furtherance of his kingdom, to work in them, has his spirit rest on them, and just continue this legacy of serving God and bringing others along. I have looked at the current leaders, the incoming leaders, and I feel like I can trust the student leaders with this ministry even after I'm gone.